I am being pulled into 100 different directions. I swear one day I am just going to tear in half.
My kids, my business, my husband, each one just pushes my buttons.
I can't keep up with my life. Everything is just piling on. I'm about to blow a fuse.
We all have different ways to describe that all too familiar feeling of life being out of control. Whether it's your family driving you crazy, a schedule you can't keep up with, or worries about money. You could be this close, just this close to losing it. And the byproduct of all that stress could literally kill you. In fact, stress increases the risk of stroke by 60%. And 3 out of 4 doctor's visits, 3 out of 4 are stress-related ailments. That's why today we're giving you the quiz to get to the root of what's really bothering you and effective strategies for actually dealing with it. Joining me is psychotherapist Dr. Mike Dow. He helped design a quiz that you're going to take in a second. So what are the results going to help us do?
We all handle stress differently, right? So for one person, a looming deadline is going to send you into that sheer panic. For the other person, that looming deadline is actually going to make you better. So this quiz is designed to do 2 things. First, it's going to help you to identify your root cause triggers, so you're getting to know yourself better so that we can then give you solutions to actually prevent you from blowing that fuse.
I'm excited about the quiz. Let's get to it. Everyone at home, keep close track of how many A's, B's, and C's you have. Right? We all know that it's what it's like to have that feeling in the pit of our stomach. It's a stressor that's deep inside, affecting our mood, our appetite, our overall well-being. Well, think about what would eliminate that pit. Is it A, crossing your entire to-do list, right? Finishing it. B, having a heart-to-heart about an issue that's bothering you with a friend or a family member. Or C, being told the party you planned was the biggest success ever. All right, let's welcome over to Shatira here. She's joining us. We heard her earlier in the show. What would your answer be? Because you were so frustrated earlier.
Yeah, it was. But it will be B. I am a heart-to-heart with a friend and sometimes prayer.
No hesitation at all.
None.
All right, Mike, next question.
Next, I want you to scan your to-do list for today. Writing one really helps.
All right, come on over here. We got Melissa, and she's writing hers right now. So you've got so far, pick up the kids. You keep writing. Mike, give us the quiz.
So I want you to go down the list. Some of the items may make you feel indifferent. Others may be an annoyance. But there are some that will give you that feeling of fear. So which item makes you stop in your tracks in fear? A, is it something that you're worried will take a lot of time? B, something that you're worried could end up disappointing somebody else if not completed? Or C, something that you worry will end in life-changing catastrophe if not done?
All right, Melissa, going down your to-do list, which of these invokes fear, that specific emotion?
I'm going to say 4, getting through my to-do list, because I'm constantly adding to it, and I'm always fearful that I won't get it all done, and it's all so important. And I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint someone if I don't get to whatever I promised them or what they need.
The worst is nighttime when you can't go to bed because you're thinking
I'm up
about
all
things.
night.
Your mind's racing. All right.
All night.
Next question on the quiz, right? We like to think of adrenaline as exciting and adventurous. I mean, it is adventurous, right? But it can also appear in times of stress. How would you describe your relationship to adrenaline? A, you like it because it's the only thing that helps get the few things you need done, right? Especially if they're important things. B, it terrifies you because it prevents you from speaking up for yourself. And C, you don't like it, but you're pretty used to it because your life is just one big ball of stress. Now, personally, I love that burst of adrenaline because it allows me to cross off my list faster, but not everyone's the same. Dr. Dow's got the next question.
Which one of these scenarios stresses you out the most? A, a day with back-to-back meetings. B, a truth circle where you'd have to be honest with all the people in your life. Or C, a disorganized mess in your office.
All right, and lastly, 5, if you were given one magic power, just one, would you want A, time travel so you could start being on time? B, invisibility so you could disappear from the energy vampires in your life that are sucking you dry? Or C, immortality? Because there are just so many things you have to do. It's probably the only way you'll get them all done. Letitia, come on in here. Which superpower would you like? Because you're not happy earlier.
Definitely time travel, not only so that I'm on time, but also so that I can get back to getting all of those things done on my to-do list, and I can have a little bit of extra time to sleep.
So we're going to make you happy, right? When we come back, we're going to be giving you the answers to the root of your stress and exactly how to relieve it. We are back with psychotherapist Dr. Mike Dow and the quiz that will help you get to the root of what's really pushing your buttons. So What will the answers to this quiz tell us?
This quiz would tell us your stress personality type. Once you know your stress personality type, we can identify the root cause and give you some great fixes so that you don't blow your fuse.
All right, so if you answered mostly A's on our quiz, procrastination is causing you to blow a fuse. So describe this type, Dr. Dow.
So these are my sensation seekers, people like me. They really love the way that dopamine feels, but they also have lower levels at baseline of dopamine that they always want to raise. But here's the downside. Unless something feels really exciting with lots of those uppers, dopamine and adrenaline, it feels mundane. So the taxes, cleaning the house, they just don't get them done. So these people really need to find ways to increase dopamine, which is not just the neurotransmitter of pleasure, it's also the neurotransmitter of productivity.
So give me some practical fixes.
So for these people, you really want to rev that dopamine, but you also want to avoid distractions. These people are very distractible. So you want to put your phone in another room. You want to move distracting apps to the last page on your phone, or better yet, just delete them. And then there's a really great strategy I suggest to really decrease their stress. That's time chunking. Set the timer for 20 minutes on your phone, put on some music, get that housework done or that spreadsheet. That can actually help you to feel like you're getting more done, and that helps to reduce stress.
So, and if I give you an example just about this chunking concept, let's say you got to clean your house on the checklist, right? That's a pretty daunting task. I say too daunting to even begin. So instead, break us up into 20-minute chunks, like Dr. Dow said, right? Things you can cross off and feel accomplishment around. For example, things you can do fast include vacuuming the rugs, right? You can make beds pretty quickly. That's a pretty good first step of your day, by the way. Clean your mirrors, putting away laundry. How long does that take? You're not even doing the laundry. And Dr. Dow, you say procrastinators also benefit from interval training.
That's right, because they love the way dopamine feels, and they also need to produce more naturally. These people just need to get going. So high-intensity interval training, the buddy system, me and you working together, find a buddy. This can actually naturally rev your dopamine levels, and that can help you to increase your productivity all day long.
Yeah, that buddy system.
Good job.
Yeah, and then you high five, and the dopamine is surging, so you don't feel down about the mistakes you may have made.
You get more done, you reduce your stress.
All right. If you answered mostly B's, and there are lots of B's out there, you're a people-pleasing person, right? And it's causing you to blow your fuse. So describe this type.
So these people, unlike our procrastinators, they don't like the way that uppers feel. So they actually hate the way that adrenaline feels when it comes up. So they have a real big problem saying no to other people at all times, and that can lead to a lot of stress, and that is what makes them blow their fuse.
So give us a solution for this root cause problem, right? You got to say no to other people once in a while.
Yeah, so if you are a people pleaser, this is my ultimate reframe. Remember, when you say yes to everything and everybody, you are saying no to yourself and the things that are most important to you. Yeah. So this is the best fix. Get out a piece of paper, write down all the major things you have going on in your life, the people, the goals. Circle only the most important ones. Then your job is to start saying no to everyone, to everything that is not circled, so that you can give more energy to the things that really matter to you.
So let's just do this as an example. Here's my to-do list, right? 4 things that typically could be on someone's list. Now, you got to keep the obligation to Dad. He did the same for you when you were a kid, right? So you definitely take him to the doctor. You know, drinks with Susie might be a good stress relief. So I'd circle that, actually. But PTA meetings, especially these days, I don't know. Maybe we can skip that. And definitely bake cupcakes or... Guys, come on. You got stuff to do. You got to take Dad to the doctor, and Susie's waiting. So sometimes saying no is actually easier to say than do.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get brave enough to actually tell the cupcake people you're not going to the bake sale?
So 2 tricks. First, start with a positive. So you say to somebody, you know what, I'm really focusing on my dad and my kids right now, so I have to decline. That helps. Second one, buy yourself some time. So if you're getting an I don't know from something like that PTA meeting, say, you know what, I really have to sleep on that and get back to you. Then the next day, you can send an email, a text, or call. That can really help people pleasers to decrease that stress.
So how do people pleasers find stress relief?
So if you're one of these types, you really want to find your power. You want to find your voice. So you want to do something that scares you. Trapeze, boxing, self-defense class. Get strong, get loud. That actually teaches your brain to tolerate more adrenaline. So the next time you're in that meeting with your boss or with somebody that you care about, you say to yourself, I got this, no problem. So that is the root cause solution to the stress for these people.
Yeah, own your destiny.
That's right.
Who else should own it? You should control it. Finally, if most of these C's were your answers, the source of your stress is paralysis by perfectionism. Dr. Dow, explain this.
Yeah, so perfectionists have lower levels at baseline of serotonin, that neurotransmitter that helps us to feel all is good in the world right now. I am calm, all is well. Perfectionists, they try to get more serotonin by having everything in the exact right place. They try to do everything for everybody, and everything has to be perfect. If I'm not a complete success, I'm a complete failure. And that, of course, leads to a lot of stress. When something doesn't go off without a hitch, they lose it, they blow their fuse. So really what you want to do, you want to boost that serotonin in a more natural way.
So what's a good fix for perfectionism? I mean, done correctly, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, so you really want to be mindful in what you do. So gardening, doing a little meditation, yoga, anything that you can do in your everyday life to bring you a little serotonin can really help, because these people need to learn that things are not okay, and that's okay. So if that flower is out of place, I want you to teach yourself to tolerate that. I want you to find one thing every day to leave out of place. Instead of reading the text 18 times, read it once and then send it. That will eventually begin to teach your brain, I can do things well, very good or excellent, but not perfect, and that's okay.
It is okay. Listen, nothing's more valuable than your health. For more of Dr. Mike Dow, by the way, here's little flowers too from the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Flowers out of place. For more with Dr. Dow, you can check out his wonderful book, Brain Fog Fix. It's available now.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.